Nerd Morning, everyone. My name is Jeremy, and this is the Nerd Morning Show. So, one of the most interesting dynamics of being a Batman fan is this conversation that I have off and on with, is Batman insane? And that's something that's really interesting because all of his villains have a level of insanity, and they deal with that at the main location that we get to interact with a lot of these people in an incarcerated form is in an insane asylum. And it's kind of like this mirroring effect that we have, that they mirror Batman and back and forth. And one of the things that people talk about is, no, he couldn't be because he's a hero. Yes, he is, because he dresses up as a bat and he has no actual powers, and he's driven by this moment in his past that he can't get over. And there's these different elements that we explore. But this story, Batman Ego, really exemplifies a good argument of the insanity that Batman has. And that was expressed by him having a anthropomorphic manifestation of his ego. And this goes back to the Freudian terminology of the ego and the id. And it's plays with this idea that this is a piece of his mind that he actually has to confront and somewhat battle as it goes through different memories and events of the mythos of Batman. So I thought what is going on here was very, very interesting. This is by Darwin Cook, and in this particular edition, there's several other stories of his that are really, really fun, but we're focusing on that Batman Ego title, which is the main one, the first one in this story. One of the things that we'll see here is this is ego. This is this manifestation of his mind that has this darker, sinister element that he has to be able to deal with. And with this whole dynamic, what we have here is this confrontation of this version of him that wants to kill, that wants to be alpha, who wants to be able to do these different things. And you kind of have this almost like a ghost who is confronting different memories with him. And in that ways, it's a little bit like the Dickens story Christmas Carol, but there's only one ghost and it's one he has to confront, so also pretty different. As you can see as well, all of the art is very flat in the colors, but they're very dynamic colors that were chosen, and they're really, really fun pages, and they make for a fantastic visual, and I really, really love that. But some of the things that he faces here are some childhood memories and how those type of memories have affected how he deals with life, and that really parallels with this like arrested development that he has in his psyche, and he never gets beyond that moment of trauma, which is how those types of things can be faced. It also goes through different memories, things like the Joker or Catwoman, and how he interacts with them. And it's going towards this confrontation of, hey, you should actually let loose, kill, and do those other types of things, which it also explores some of the concepts of why does Batman not kill, which is a gray realm in actually how that plays out or not, but it's generally something that is accepted. As the story progresses, there is some actual story beats of things that are happening in reality, and it's interesting to see him face some of those things while he's in this confrontation with his ego. And I really think that this story was very powerful, one that I think Batman fans probably should pick up and should be experiencing, because it explores a different dynamic, and it really does add to that conversation that is Batman insane. And here I would say, if you're using this as your argument, this version of Batman is totally crazy, and that is, it's interesting, it's fascinating. What do you guys think about this type of a story, this type of an experience? I think that it was a fun, interesting story. It was very well told. It's not My favorite style of story, where a lot of it's kind of like it maybe didn't really ever necessarily happen because all of this is internal storytelling. Um, but I think that it was told really well. It was a great story, honestly, and I walked away going, "Wow, this is something I want to talk about." Which, that says a lot about a story. So anyways, those are some of my thoughts on it. Let me know if you've read this one or not and what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.